I don't think we even need to flip it. I'm just gonna speak directly into it.
I'm gonna clip it because I am a good person.
Because what? Because what?
Bitch, don't play with me.
Welcome to the Emotional Damage Podcast. I'm Damage.
And I'm Changeline, and we're emotional.
I think that's gonna catch on. Where the fuck are we?
We are in Los Angeles.
We are in Los Angeles.
We are in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. So you've been here for how long now?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, around 2 weeks.
Living with me.
Living with you.
The
dream.
The horror.
Living.
We've been friends for a year, at least. How has it been actually living with me?
It was amazing.
It was great.
So.
Were you nervous at all?
Fuck! You asked this question while we are filming something. So for the record, that was very nice. I feel like I definitely have another life rhythm, I would say, when I'm with you. So it really took me out of my comfort zone and my routines. I still had some of my routines, but I was there to work on stuff with you. So we did a bunch of stuff. We did videos, we did shows. Mm-hmm. Usually, I don't know. Most of the time, I'm in studio mode.
Okay, it was different how? Because you're normally recording music?
Yeah, and I have I don't wake up at an exact hour every morning, but most of the time I have a pretty organized day. More and more I work more towards the afternoon and towards the evening, and that's what I was doing with you, but we were also just hanging out and being actually connecting, and I feel like it was necessary to step out from music and
have homie time.
Girly time.
No, it's been a lot of fun having you around. It's definitely been a bit of a disruption, but I wouldn't even say
same as you.
I wouldn't say
bad now.
What's up?
I feel bad now, so I'm going to do the same.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's been very energizing to have somebody here on a limited time, and it's we do have to actively squeeze some stuff in, because I do really get into the habit of chilling. A lot of people commend me for my work ethic, but the reality is I chill a lot. I do
You do, and that's why. No, for real.
Yeah.
And it was necessary for me to do that, because otherwise I don't chill that much. If it's not in the morning when I'm reading my books, don't chill that much.
Well, also, I get up early and start doing shit, but I am finally recovered, I think, from the burnout that I experienced over the last 2 years. I think it took a couple of months.
Oh, I experienced a burnout also last year.
Yeah, real shit. I think the burnout really hit me late October, early November, right around the fucking holidays. And then I went home and I had a lot of emotional experiences with my family, in both great ways, sometimes in really shitty ways, but for the most part, great. And between that and then just kind of getting back into some shit and having some money troubles, I don't know. I was just kind of in an energetic rut when it came to my creative output, when it came to just I'm gonna fucking do all this shit. And I don't know, I kind of was just running out of gas. And so I decided I have to just chill for a second.
And I think every artist does.
Yeah.
We can't produce content all the time. We can't make music all the time. We can't shoot things all the time.
No.
So I think it is really important to have those moments. And I feel like I'm not burned out, but I'm getting to a part in my life where I'm gonna have to step away from music for a little bit.
For how long, you think?
I don't know, but a couple of months, I think. I have a vault that is pretty full, so I'm gonna still be dropping. It's just that I'll be chilling. I feel like I was it was you used the term workation. Work holiday, workation, vacation, workation.
Workcation, it's a very American term.
And I feel like it was, that's what this 2 weeks were about, is that I was taking some time away and just going with the flow, your flow, which was nice.
She likes my flow.
I like your flow. I like the flow of Los Angeles. It makes
Los
me scared. This place makes me scared
How?
because there's a lot of different stuff to do. I feel like a lot of people are grinding.
Oh,
And I'm from
fuck
Paris, so I know that shit. But
Okay.
it's a different way here, and I feel definitely better here. In Paris, it really. I mean, maybe that's because I was here just for 2 weeks, so I still
Yeah.
have like the positive things. But I feel like people, even if they are grinding, they're not fake. And
Yeah?
I'm gonna do I don't know.
Well, you've been around some genuine people.
I've been around some
You've been around some genuine.
and some queer people. I guess we're less fake most of the time, but
Yeah,
that doesn't mean queer doesn't mean that we're not fake.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, I don't know. In Paris, it's different. No diss towards Paris. You are so fake. Or you are so fake. Time to wake up. Sleeping on me.
Who was in Paris? I'm good.
The trannies.
Trannies in Paris.
I can say that word. Not the other one.
Balls
I
cut
don't want
off,
to.
motherfuckers want to find me. Orky. Okay, wait. So, what's it been like? So creatively, what's it been like to be around me? I'm curious.
Like
in person.
Oh wow.
In person, because like we've
the
creatively done a lot.
Yeah,
of
we've
cool
been.
shit.
Yeah.
Completely online, never like physically being in each other's presence.
We
So,
still have. I feel like couple therapy right now. We still have. I think to find a way to actually align on when it comes to shooting videos.
okay,
We talked about this.
for sure.
But definitely it was great. I feel like we complete each other pretty well because you make me less overthink. Like you
Okay.
push me to overthink less. And I feel like I organize you, I want to say. Like I
You definitely, in a very, very, very positive way, pressure me to be better
Oh.
and more thorough. And when I actually, honestly, instead of better, I think more thorough is because better is more of like a subjective reaction to like what I'm doing, like whether it was good or that. I have a major insecurity of not being detail oriented enough because of like emotional avoidance and mental burnout and all this sort of shit. I recognize that like nothing will ever truly be perfect. And so as to not give in to my old tendencies, I do have to say like religiously just be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
To certain stuff. But there's also when you don't have any accountability and you're kind of just like your own world, there's no real positive pressure that forces you to like get a little bit better and rise to the occasion.
And I feel like we have that. I feel like if we would like live with each other, for example, being like, oh, let's do a room like
this fucking
like
queer.
what? No, fucking an artist.
No, I totally get it. No, I would love to have like an artist house with you.
Yeah, artist household.
That'd be so sick.
That would be sick. But if
we had like a room that was like a whole film
if
studio.
we had that, since you were, it's also this, like, when I'll be back in Paris in my home where no one knows me, no one is here to like push me to do stuff every day, and no one is talking to me every day, like every morning and almost every hour of the day, I'm gonna feel my social batteries are gonna have to recharge. Like
Absolutely.
Definitely.
100%.
So if we went to like live with each other, that would be something that would need to where we would need to find a balance.
Well, yeah,
on my moments where I'm really not social at all.
100%. I mean, for sure, one thing that was unique about this is it's like, I mean, you don't understand what it's like to live with someone until it's been like, you have to see them in multiple different life circumstances, all that sort of, rich, poor, sick, healthy, all that shit. And it was interesting to see me in like a hyperactivity thing, because this is me, like this hangout was like a jump start to get out of like the slump that I chose to like chill. But it's also tough, like how do you decide when you've been consciously chillaxing for a little too long, how do you like get that momentum back? And I'm really grateful for this time together, because for me creatively it's been a massive like fuck yeah, like back at it. which is perfect because we're about to release a song.
Yes, we're about to release a song.
Vault.
It's
Coming out
the
April
best,
5th.
the best one we did so far. I
It
think.
really is. It really is.
It is definitely the best.
Is it better? Is better than the one that I pulled out yesterday?
Which one?
My therapist said, "I'm proud of you."
Oh no,
Parents
this one
said,
is.
"I'm proud of you."
Come on, this one is another one that will be on a mixtape of mine. And I mean, if you ask me, it's better than everything.
That
But-
shit is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's
Tone
crazy.
deaf motherfucker. Watched all y'all change.
I feel like though, like in the time span of 2 weeks, I had the chance to meet with so much people,
Yeah.
so many people who I might work with in the future, who are genuine people, for most of them. And yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have a hard time to readjust to France. Also because it was a dream for me to be here.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm still scared of getting shot every day. But
watch your step in America, you old French tranny. Jesus Christ.
like, yeah, like for real. I mean, I don't want to move here, definitely not. But I feel like it's a city that is like, I don't know, resembles me. I want to say that like it
In what
fits
way?
me. It fits me. There's a lot of space, but also a lot of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a city with everything that comes with it, but also you have the nature all around it. I mean, we have the hills. You can't see it, but we have the Baldwin Hills over here, which is gorgeous. And in general,
That's kind of why I was over here. I wanted to see if we wanted to get the hills.
yeah, that was the first thing, but we ended up being on a random parking lot.
Honestly, this is sick.
That's Los Angeles though. Being on a random parking lot, I feel like I don't know. That's the idea.
There's something poetic about us sitting in the back of our trunk while the sun's setting.
Yes.
On the eve of your
Yes,
departure from me.
that's the first
From
one. I will
us.
come back from us. You're leaving us.
You're leaving us.
You're leaving us. So yeah, I feel like it's a city that fits me well
Mhm.
for the 2 weeks I was here. Maybe if I was here for a month, I would say something totally different, and I would be like, no, I hate it here. I have a hard time finding a place that I would call home.
Typically
So-
speaking, I feel like no matter where you live, the people that you spend time with and how you feel about yourself and where you are in your life is what the association is home. So it's like it can be anywhere.
I feel like the more and that's what I've realized during those past 2 weeks is that I've been working towards that for a lot of time, and I'm still not there. It's like appreciate the moment,
Yeah.
and it's nice to have plans. It's nice to want to pursue a career,
Yeah.
want to pursue anything that you like and that makes you feel happy. But at the same time, appreciate the moments.
Yeah.
Every single second of it is crucial because it will change. Get it?
It's crazy to say that because one thing that really stands out about our trip is because I know that you're only out here for 13 and a half days,
Mhm.
that there were moments where I was getting wrapped up in anxiety just out of us like creatively executing, being out and about and shit. And there was like this, it just kind of like grabs me these moments where I'm like, motherfucker, like, this is like, what are your like good music friends like that's only here for this amount of time, and like these difficulties exist. Number one, every fucking time we create, so like feeling them at all like can be kind of logically a little silly because it's just there. It's just part of creating. It's frustrating, and that's the fun part. Is it's a puzzle you get to figure out over and over and over again, and it was like, but this time I'm doing it with, someone I deeply
Yeah.
respect, admire, and love.
Yeah. And
So, like,
that's one of the first time it happens for me. Yeah.
so I'm
definitely.
really grateful to have this time with you.
Me too, definitely.
And I'm going to cry tomorrow anyway.
God damn. You're gonna have to come to Paris. So you're gonna have to come to France.
Who was in Paris?
Me.
Trannies was in Paris.
Trannies was in Paris. No, you're gonna have to come. That's very.
Let's make
very
it happen.
important. Let's make it happen.
Let's throw a show and make it happen.
That would be sick.
Let's
That would be
make it.
sick.
Let's make
I
it.
don't know how much people you could pull off.
We'll make
in
it
France.
happen. We'll make
you,
it happen.
You have a couple for some French fans.
Motherfuckers will swim the English Channel to see me if I'm on that side, and that's verbatim in comments. I've read that. I've read.
Oh,
it's
for
like,
real?
They're like, if you even made it to Europe, doesn't even have to be the UK. I'd swim the English Channel just to see
We
you.
need to go to Germany. We have a lot of support.
Nice. The Germans will. I'm kidding. Germany. I'd love.
She's been doing the German accent, trying to imitate a French accent, which is extremely offensive.
Wait, hold up. Really?
It's
Has it
yeah.
been German every time?
No, not all the time, but sometimes you think
You
you're
slip?
doing you think you're doing the French accent and you slip to the German one.
Here, the good news is it's all white people, so like.
Yeah, so that's fine.
These are free range.
That's fine.
accents.
That's accent that we can actually imitate if you want.
We have a friend.
Have a bike. Maybe we can tell him you can go. Oh, he has a Palestine flag. That's cool. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Very important. I feel like I don't say it enough.
Dude, we have to.
Zionism is not Judaism.
More like cryonism.
More like
Sorry.
cryonism.
Sorry.
Being on the side of no one dying will always be the right side. It is not about.
Yo, cheers to that.
It is not about discriminating anyone.
Or education, or like, I'm not that politically affiliated, okay?
No.
Death, good or bad.
Everyone deserves to live, wherever they come from.
Technically, we're all gonna die, but that's for that very reason, we all deserve to live.
Yes.
Like, let us fucking live, because the death part is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you trying to take control of that part?
Come on. I feel like that's really important for us to say that, because
it's very
we come from, even though we are trans people, we are women, so we have a lot of oppression. We live through a lot of oppressions. We have a lot of privileges, though we're both white.
Drastically, especially compared to women of our same position in Palestine.
Yeah, come on now.
I guess in Gaza, I'm sorry, is it?
I mean, it's in Palestine in general, I think.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not saying anything wrong right here. Correct me if I am.
Well, I guess I was thinking about maybe like just like the sovereignty aspect of it. But
of course.
Free Palestine for real.
Yeah, donate to whatever you can donate to if you have the money.
As a matter of fact, I don't know. I've told you this, right? That we're donating the proceeds of genocide
to
Gaza.
To Gaza. We are doing this.
Yeah. So stream genocide by Damage and Changeline, and we're donating the proceeds of that.
Donating everything. I mean, we're still broke, but
still broke.
We gonna do our part.
Well, I mean, what that money does for the most part, sometimes it helps with bills, but what that money does is just helps me, like the money I get from like streaming and Patreon and all that shit, it really just helps me pay for my next music video, pay for mix and mastering for the next song and all that stuff. Yeah, like that stuff doesn't, I'm not like buying shoes with this.
Nah. I just got a tattoo with my money from
Flora.
Money from my streams. Shout out Flora, who tattooed me an hour ago. Yeah, that was one of the first thing that I bought with my royalties money. That is like actually, okay, I'm pleasing myself.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, this tattoo?
Yeah. Otherwise,
awesome.
I've always like I don't feel like I make enough money to spend it on random shit. So I use it for food, travels, and invest it. Like you said, invest it in things that creative stuff.
I mean, that's what you have to do. Because I mean, at a certain point, like, you have to keep the fucking momentum going. And like that kind of goes back to what we were talking about with burnout. Is I'm really excited for this year. It's gonna be crazy. But
we're already in March.
We're actually almost in April. Because today is March 25th.
Yeah.
Yo, it's King Miles' birthday. Shout out King Miles. I'm gonna give you a call later.
All right. She has too many friends.
I have too.
And she's a calling person. I don't call anyone. Don't try to call me.
I love
weird
calling you, and you're just like,
and I'm like,
I didn't know. Did we schedule a call?
Oh,
today?
by the way.
And I'm like, no, I just want
By the way, talking about that though, I thought about that this morning. I was like, okay, I am not very much a calling person, but I'm gonna miss that bitch so much. I might call you at least every week. At least every week. At least every week.
Okay.
Because I know you call in some people every day, so I'm not gonna be that person. We're not there yet.
She said yet. Motherfucker.
Make fan fictions.
Make fan
That's
fictions.
what I'm trying to
Holy
do right here. Is
no.
that I am trying to create things where you can make fan fictions out
Of us?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because because then they can blow up and then we can have more streams out of fan fictions. Lesbians.
That's interesting.
Lesbians.
So
arise.
you're interested. So you're interested mostly in like a theoretical situation.
Yeah.
Not like an.
Yeah, a fiction.
A fiction.
A fiction.
Interesting.
A work of fiction. A screenplay.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I think there's something incredibly poetic about sitting in the back of a car while the sun sets.
This is so cool.
It's ridiculous.
If you told 15-year-old me about that, she would freak out right now. She would be like, "What the fuck?"
She'd be like, "What the fuck does Cuckoo Changeline even mean?"
And wait, why you look like a girl? Do you feel like you're gonna just pursue music, or do you have like other fields of art that you want to pursue?
That's a great question. And one of the other reasons why I'm just so happy to know you is my other thing is like film and and like visual. I would love to spend ideally every preceding decade of my life. I would like to spend each future decade of my life mastering a different type of creative medium.
Oh, that would be dope.
Like,
that would be dope.
I think it would be
Will Smith.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Fucking
yeah, Donald Glover did a lot of different shit. He makes music, TV shows, acting.
Well, so actually he has a lyric that really, really resonates with me. He says some
All right, you have a big car. Yes, you have a big expensive car and probably a little dick.
Big old dick driving by.
Shout out to little dicks though, because little dicks are valid and you don't have
make the economy run. Into the fucking toilet.
Shout out.
Throw a toilet flush.
Technically all clitoris are little dicks, so shout out.
Ayo.
Shout out the clitoris.
Shout out trans men.
Shout out trans men. Shout out trans women. Shout out everywhere.
Shout out big clit.
Shout out genitalia.
Shout out big clit boys.
Big clit boys.
Shout out girls who are packing.
Come on, answer my question. Girls who are packing. Bro. That's putting a robot on top of a robot. That's crazy.
Yo, dog. I heard you.
Yo, dog.
Yo, dog. I heard you like trans women, so we put Damage and Change that on the same song. Sorry. So Donald Glover has a lyric that really resonates.
Oh yeah,
with me.
yeah. This.
Some with my family in front of me. I am who I am. Everything I want to be. And I heard that even before I started making music, and I was like, that's it. That's the fucking life mantra. Is just whatever it is that you want to be. All of the things you want to be. For the most part, you can fucking be them.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, in terms of like, if it's like an achievable expression of self.
Yeah, to a certain extent, there's things that you can't really do. Because, like, I don't like the discourse of like, oh, just try a little harder and you'll get there. When you come, like, when you start from the
destroy your brain in the process.
I feel, yeah, like, when you start from the literal bottom, like, let's stop thinking meritocracy is a real thing. Because that is not.
It could be.
It could, but it's not.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday. You hadn't heard, that was crazy. So you hadn't heard that song, Freedom Freestyle?
No, I don't think so.
That's crazy.
But it's weird because that was one of your craziest ones.
I can't believe you
now I listen to it. Now I listen to it for real, but I don't know. I remember that I saw the cover art for it and I was like, oh, it's pretty. And then I dissociated.
Dude, my cover arts are wild. I make all my shit in Canva. Like, occasionally I've had like fans do art, but I'm like, I literally make some shit off.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like that's a thing where
But, like,
you
it
you
works.
you would benefit a little step up. That will help.
I would like that,
That
but
would definitely help.
not to sound Republican, but who's gonna pay for that? That's a good like cutaway moment.
Not to sound Republican, but
Who's gonna pay
for that?
I'm
Not sure.
vote
And
Bernie 26.
Oh yeah, you have that on your card. That's wild. That's one of the most American thing. How do you see yourself when you'll be old?
When I'll be old,
Like 60, 70?
I see myself as a very active 7-year-old woman who is still very actively pursuing all of the infinite things that spark joy and curiosity in me. I, at that point, view myself as having a legacy of being a facilitator of well-being and joy in my community. I don't necessarily need to be famous. I just need to be loved and respected
Yeah.
and seen. I think achieving those, not tangible awards or amounts of money, but like being able to arrive at a lifestyle where I live predominantly in the present, and when people think of me, they think of generosity, they think of service, they think of change, and they think of my life has been positively impacted by that person.
Yeah.
And I'm still hot.
Very nice. You are. You definitely
So-
are. And I wanna ask another question right now since it's in my
Okay.
head. Since you started, when did you start making music? Actually, I feel like I never asked that.
Like summer of 2020.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
I'm super. Like I guess not new because it's like 4
No,
years.
me too. I think I
Summer of
started. I started in 2021 or 2020,
Wow.
something like this. So we basically started at the same time. Most of it, yeah,
Who'd have thunk
for
it?
the most of it, yeah.
Yeah, you just started estrogen earlier than I did.
But my question was, since you started making music, do you have a moment that you would consider being like the most for now, the most important moment, the moment that really, yeah, the most important moment in your career right now? What was it? There's gonna be things that are gonna top this one.
Yeah,
I hope,
no, that is.
but-
I would want to say I performed for a large crowd. I had performed before, and I'd performed at like open mics, and I'd performed at like, you know, I've had videos blow up, and I've had like, you know, lots of people give me validation. There was something about performing for a predominantly male crowd of like 400 people in what I didn't realize was kind of a see-through dress on a very bright sunny day. And made them go hard as fuck.
Let's fucking go.
That performance and that experience gave me the assuredness that no matter what comes my way, no matter who I'm put in front of, I am ultimately just as dope as I think I am.
That's so great.
And somehow, despite all the hate and bias and bullshit that everybody projects at each other, no matter where we're from or what walk of life we are, I am of the caliber of artist that can transcend any of that purely off the quality of my music and the energy I give to the crowd and the very obvious tangible dedication I have to the craft. Prior to that experience, it was all just kind of like theoretically, like, this is how I feel about myself. But in this instance, it was like a fucking cold crowd of people who were rolling their eyes at you prior to you having the mic in your hand. Completely disagree. Like, that's some real shit. What was the most important artistic moment of your life so far?
I think it was, I received I'm way more emotional than you. I received a message on SoundCloud DMs, which is like wild because I don't check those. I mean, I don't receive a lot on those also, but like, yeah, that's not the DMs. I don't even check my DMs a lot, but SoundCloud DMs, I could have just never saw that message, but I saw it, and it was someone saying, your music just helped someone who is very dear to my heart stop from killing themselves.
Wow.
And I just want to thank you for that.
That's incredible.
And I said I appreciate you, and I hope you're both gonna do well, and you have all my support. And we stopped the conversation here. They didn't.
One of our songs.
It wasn't even. I don't know the song. They just said your music.
Wow.
So I really don't know.
Wow.
And that was like. I received a couple of them. This one was the biggest one because I've
never had one that like immediate and dire. It sounded like from what you're saying.
And it was genuine because they didn't continue the conversation after that.
Wow.
Like, because I had people kind of doing the same thing, but not saying something that was that difficult to hear, but it was like, I got dumped or some shit. And I was like, and your music helps me. And I'm like, oh, you got all my support. And then they used that to actually get to me.
You. Yeah.
So it was really genuine because this person just, I think they said thank you, or maybe they didn't even say anything and just liked my message and went with their day. And I hope if they're watching this, I hope they're doing well.
Yeah.
And I don't think my music could have had this impact on people. So I'm gonna continue doing that because that's important. If my music at least helps people release some kind of emotion, well, my job's done.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because like what I had said was a moment, to your point, you had said it earlier, these moments stack on top of each other. And when things first started out for me, those were like my big moments where I'm like, wow, I'm impacting like this little individual, this individual, this individual. And that's what kind of grew this insecurity of like, is there only one super specific type of person that I can have this effect on? Because while that is incredible, and if that's the fucking cards I've been dealt, then I have a duty to play that. But there was a part of me that kept wishing for more and still does, being like, it's not just trans people that need to hear this fucking message of freedom. Like, open, free gender expression is just as important for cis people as it is for trans people.
Yeah, I agree.
And the trans experience is just a really visibly extreme version of the same thing we all need to go through, regardless of if you ever cut your hair or change your clothes.
It's accepting your true self.
It's accepting who you are, whatever that means for you. And I had this like frustration where it's like algorithmically I feel like I'm being like suppressed and shit. And then I've had these moments, and now I've had them like in real life on stage. And then it's like being able to use our experience, and it's almost like taking a bias and a hatred and a perception and just like taking it exactly as it is and being like, no, because it's actually this, if you think about it this way. And it's like, that's like the new horizon where I'm like we really do have incredible potential as people who just make universally good music to slowly but surely have positive ripples of our effects, like go into communities that are otherwise actively or neutrally harming us.
Yes. Yeah.
So like, I think it's fucking crazy. But you are like, I say all that to mean like it starts from the individual effects. And like, that's one of the things I admire so much about you, is you are also rooted in like the true meaning of what we're doing.
We ran it.
We just talked over time and the camera stopped recording.
So we're gonna wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this up. Thanks so much for being here, and
Thank you for being here. I love you so much.
I love you too.
We love you so much. It was emotional damage on national TV. On national television and transgender music.